Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Quality proteins aren't just for special occasions. With Omaha Steaks, you get mouth-watering proteins delivered right to your door, individually packaged and portioned, so a great dinner is just minutes away. From Taco Tuesday to a weekend feast, taste the Omaha Steaks difference. Start getting flavorful proteins delivered today. Visit omahasteaks.com and get $35 off with promo code AUDIO at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code AUDIO. Terms apply. See site for details.
Hey guys, welcome to You the Boss podcast, episode 75. I'm your host, Pam, and today we're going to be talking about confidence. How confidence is built, not given. Most people think confidence comes first, or that it's something that you're born with, you're born confident, but actually, confidence shows up after you take action. Confidence equals the action that it took, which also creates a self-trust through repetition. This episode is going to be about daily wins. It's not going to be about an overnight success or an overnight transformation. Confidence feels so hard to access, not because it's missing, but because you don't have the proof of it yet. So many times we wait to be ready. We wait to research something a little bit more. I've been talking a lot about this year on this podcast because I've had so many of you reach out to me and tell me these wonderful ideas that you have. These ideas of starting something, of wanting to start your own podcast, start your own business, start something on the side, or maybe even switching jobs, maybe switching up your career. And I want to let you know that the brain builds confidence through consistency, through follow through. Kind of like micro successes. Every time that you do what you said you were going to do, you deposit into your confidence bank. It creates more trust for yourself, but not a moment before. We're constantly, again, like I mentioned, we're waiting to be more confident. We're waiting to feel like we have all the information that we need for us to act. And sometimes, most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, that confidence comes from moving. It comes from just getting up and starting. I'm going to talk a little bit about the confidence loop. There is self-trust in that confidence loop. It starts with you make a small promise and then you follow through. Your brain records this as trust. Your brain says, wow, yeah, we did say we were going to do that. And that equals to your confidence growing naturally, making a deposit, like I said. If you're a parent and you think about the first night that you brought your baby home and how scared you were, and you're like, oh my goodness, I brought this whole human home from the hospital. No one is watching me. There's no nurse. No one's coming to check on the baby. It's all me. And then you get to the next night and the next night and the next night. And then you fast forward and it's been almost 2 years since you brought that baby home. You can see how that compounds over time. Now you probably put your kids to sleep and you're like, yeah, I got this. But in the very beginning, before you were actually doing it, it didn't feel that way. But you've created this trust in yourself. You've realized that you've taken care of them more times than not. And you become confident in what it is that you're doing. So when you set big goals and you put those bodacious ideas on a vision board and then you don't follow through, the opposite happens. You create self-doubt. You create those little lingering things of you said you were going to do that and you didn't. This is why having smaller goals and setting yourself up with that consistency equals confidence. So let's identify a little bit of what breaks confidence and how to stop doing it. You're waiting to be certain. You're waiting to just be 100% sure that this is what you want to do. You're comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. This is very common because we are so connected now in this day and age with our phones, with social media, with the constant updates on LinkedIn. The truth is, my episode 75 is not your episode 7 on a podcast. You know, I I had to go through 74 episodes before getting to this episode. In the same way that you need to go through your own episodes, through your own chapters in a book to be able to get to move forward. And I'm not saying that all the chapters are the same. I'm not saying that you need to go through as many chapters to get to where someone else is. What I am saying is that you still have to have your own journey. You still have to go through that. Another thing that's breaking down our confidence is breaking promises to yourself. You break them repeatedly. You keep saying, I'm going to wake up tomorrow early, and you keep going to bed at midnight. You keep having that 6 p.m. coffee. You keep staying up just because, scrolling on your phone, and you keep making the choice of the opposite of what you're doing. And that's repeatedly breaking down your confidence in that. And the last one is like you're talking yourself out of momentum. You know, I know that I've mentioned several times, like, give yourself grace, give yourself grace. At some point, though, you're not giving yourself grace. You're making the choice to do the opposite of what you said you were going to do. And that is catastrophic to your confidence. Confidence isn't loud. I know that oftentimes we think being confident is being the loudest person in the room, is being the one who knows the most in the room. And confidence, honestly, is just quiet consistency. I recently watched, I'm sorry, I can't quote it because I don't remember where it was, but I know that it was on YouTube. And this person came in and said, when you're in a room full of loud people and they're all going back and forth to one another, it's not confident for you to walk in and start yelling with them. It's actually confident for you to just take a second and be quiet and observe everyone, because at some point everyone turns their attention to you, and that gives you the confidence for you to be able to speak. So as always, I've put together a few tools to help you build your confidence daily. Again, this episode is not about a quick transformation or an overnight success, but more so about choosing those daily habits for your confidence. Number 1, the daily win rule. Choose one non-negotiable per day for yourself. Make it almost impossible to fail it. So maybe for you, that's making sure you get up and do your skincare every morning. It's right in your bathroom. It's right when you wash your face in the morning to brush your teeth. Make it a non-negotiable. Maybe for you, it's a 10-minute walk. It's making sure that you get that 10-minute walk in because it clears your head. It happens in the middle of the day. It happens on your lunch. You have to do certain things to get to that. So make it a non-negotiable. Maybe it's a little bit more water. Maybe it's 5 answered client emails every day. Those are non-negotiables for you. Confidence grows when your goals are kept, not because they're impressive or because they're big, but just because you've kept them. Number 2, keep your promises small at first. Stop overpromising and under-delivering to yourself. That is the biggest asset that you could hurt, is yourself when you do this. Scale your goals to your current capacity. You might be training for a marathon, but you've never run a marathon before. So on the first day, you shouldn't get up and run 13 miles because you haven't done that before. Scale them to your current capacity. Make sure that you are meeting yourself well where you're at, because you're not going to stay there. The action is going to propel you forward. Confidence is built by finishing, not by forcing. Number 3, evidence journaling. This one I started when I was postpartum. I would say maybe 8 or 9 months after my son was born. I was still feeling tired. I was still breastfeeding. I was a new homeowner, and like all these things were happening all at the same time. And I found myself every night being like, why am I so tired? I only did. And then I would go through this list of things that I did that day. And I would actually talk myself back out of like, you know what? I did a lot today. So this became like an evidence journaling to me. I started listing the things that I completed that day. So each night, write down, today I proved that I can trust myself because, and list the things that you did for your future self. This retrains your brain to notice progress instead of focusing on what's missing. It provides your brain with tangible evidence. You can look back on Friday from Monday through Friday and see all the little things that you did every single day for your more confident self. Number 4, identity-based actions. Ask yourself, what is the confident version of me doing for the next 5 minutes? What is confident me doing today? And I know sometimes that can look like, well, confident me is at the beach. She's working from the beach. Okay, but how did she get there? How did she get to work from the beach? What is she doing from the beach? Act first and let the feeling catch up later. Confidence follows behavior, not the other way around. Number 5, keep one promise when motivation drops. Surprise, you're going to lose motivation. The point of motivation is not to be present all the time. On your low energy days, do the smallest version of your habit. Make sure you get your habit done even in the smallest ways. Maybe I use this example often because it's the easiest one for people to relate to. Maybe it's not a 2.5-hour workout. Maybe it is just 10, 15 minutes going for a walk. Showing up imperfectly still stands for showing up. It teaches your nervous system, I don't quit on myself. I'm going to suggest a book. It's called The Confidence Gap by Russ Harris. It's very simple, actionable. It's mindset shifting, and it teaches confidence as a skill, not a feeling. In closing, I want to remind you that confidence doesn't arrive in one day. It's not an overnight thing. It's built daily. If you want to feel more confident, do fewer, more impactful things. Not do more, not put a million things on your plate. Do fewer things, but do them consistently. Keep promises small and sacred. Confidence is just proof that you've been showing up for yourself. Before we end this episode, I want to encourage you to leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Leave us a 5-star review. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Come back again next week for another episode of You the Boss podcast.